right, welcome back to Your View with me, JJ Tabane. Coming to you live from Linden here in Johannesburg, the home of truth. Now, why have you come forward now?
Well, I don't just come out now. The reason is I've knocked every door for the past 5 years.
Sure.
Trying to reach the relevant person who will take this matters serious, because I realize them being a threat to the state, all of them. And then people came forward pretending to be the relevant people who can handle the situation.
In the police?
In the police. Yeah. And then seeing that now I've been framed also. I stayed 2 years in prison. I also stayed 6 months in prison trying to help the police. I then realized, look, it seems as if certain individual benefit, you know, the benefit from getting attention. You know why? Because maybe they belong to a certain family. Sorry, I might sound like a racist. If you are poor, you mean nothing. So I thought justice and security of the country has got no ranks. Yeah. It's equal for all. I mean, we've got lots of people who are victims of crime, people who died in the crime scenes. I'll give you an example, the Church of IPCC. I've been helping the Church of IPCC with investigation, giving all the reports to these people. Till today.
What was the issue with the church?
The church whereby there was maiden robbery, whereby that occurred in Viking. Yeah. And I assisted the police in getting all the information and the evidence. I gave it forward to the police. Till today, I realized that many police were beneficiaries there. Instead of investigating the crime, they were compromising the investigations. Nobody was arrested, but people died in the church. Police did nothing in that case. I'm going to just give you a few cases.
Yes, please.
It's that one of the IPHC church, and then there's the one of Mondio, not long ago. Yeah. 2 weeks back, 19 foreigners were rescued from Mondio human trafficking. Yeah. Can you guess what? All those people escaped from the police safe house. Sure. How did they escape from police safe house? You know, that bothered me the most. I'm talking about the death of Machwangani himself, the general. I mean, people were sentenced. Are they real people who were involved with crime or not? You know, I've got some doubts in that. There are people who used to go to police stations, pretend to be cops, even operating in the offices of the police, but being criminals. You know, I reported all those kind of things. Nothing was done to those things, to those cases. So I then sat back and I said, do I still have to trust the police? That's when I formed my own private security company, which I was struggling to put in place, and knocked every door, hoping that people will assist me to make it big and so that we can work in assistance to the safety of the country. Trust you me, police became my enemies, some of them, and some of them became good, understanding police officers who wanted to fight the crime in the country. Now, we're talking of is the death of Machwangani. The other one that I'm still fighting for, why did they kidnap me? Why did they torture me? I still want to know, and why NPA refused to prosecute on that. It means those people, they are now generals. They even control NPA. Certain people must be...
They control NPA?
Yeah, of course. There's a partnership. There's money in this law of South Africa. Our judiciary and policing is corrupt. It's useless.
But the NPA at least has new leadership now. Do you have confidence that will change things?
What difference will they come up with? Wasn't Wasn't Bekitele the police commissioner before? He's a minister. Was he not in the same system? Same system. Who are his friends? I'm just failing. The advocates that are there in the courts of law, are they not same people who are running on dockets? They know how to move around money to feed or fill their pockets. Now, the reason I came forward, I've knocked every door. I've used my own personal funds, my money. South African Police Service give me nothing. I spend close to 2.9 million.
How do you want this to be resolved? What would you like to see happening?
Look, first of all, I've got reports I've given to the police. There are files. I can tell you I've got more than 600 cases.
600 cases that involve police?
That involve police.
You're joking.
I have handed over to the police. And the police are being denial. Them misusing the power of being police to play within crime. I mean, I don't think I'll stand with it. I want the minister, like I've been asking, I've been writing letters. He's got my emails. Even Mr. Parliament portfolio, policy portfolio in Parliament.
Yeah.
I've sent them emails, I've sent them letters to say, guys, I'm suffocating here. There's a problem in this country. Can you please intervene? Nobody took me serious. Maybe they think I'm a peddler, you know? Peddler is a person who's not stable with information. Yeah. But I can bet you I've got all my files together with evidence.
Have you approached the public protector?
I've got proof of sitting with public protector here, not this advocate Mukweba. This is public protector. Yeah. This is crime intelligence.
That was sent to the previous
I went as far
protector.
as Inspector General of Intelligence. They are busy playing with me, taking from pillar to post. I requested one thing. Look, you don't have to waste the state resources to ask me who are the criminals you want to investigate. You investigate what? Those people are in the police. I give you the name, I give you the contact, I give you the rank. You pick up the person, or you call all of them. Isn't they serve the same government of South Africa? Why you have to investigate them from far? Call them in the boardroom and let them challenge me and tell me if I'm talking nonsense. Because I know them, I know what they were doing, I was part of them, and they have beaten me like hell. I'm still alive. So the fact that I know who they are, and I still feel...
But are there some in the leadership of the police who are involved, like some of the provincial commission? Who? Give me a name or two.
I must give you... I just mentioned Shibiri and Mudise. That's one.
Who are those?
Shibiri is he's now in, I think, in organized crime head office. Yeah. He was in the PIU. I wrote a letter to Mr. Jacobs, the head of intelligence. Yeah. Instead, his office is busy playing with me. You know, they are busy playing. When I want to talk sensitive things, I said to him as a head of crime intelligence, may I please have a private discussion with you? I don't want to talk to you with these rights of yours because they are not complying with what I'm trying to feed them. You know, he clearly I've got letters, proof. That's a letter from the crime intelligence side, whereby they responded to me to say they cannot see me. Instead, I must talk with my lawyers and so on. I'm paying even lawyers to communicate with police, to get lawyers to intervene. These are the reports I have given to some of the police. If you can look at that, it's just a mini statement under oath. That if I'm talking nonsense, they can prosecute me.
What has the Minister of Police said to you now? Because I think we need to get to a point of saying, how do you think this can be resolved? Because if you have lost confidence in all of these institutions, who in your view must intervene in this case? Do you think the Minister of Police maybe can be made to listen?
Parliament. The Minister of Police alone, he may not manage this. Maybe if I can go into Parliament and debate with them under policing, then I think it will make sense. If I don't make sense and my information and evidence is vague, then they have a right to prosecute me. I can tell you I've got enough evidence with footages, with dates, with time. I don't mess up. Whatever I have here, I want the Minister of Police to know that South Africa is sinking. Crime is dominating.
Because we're running out of time. I want you to look into that camera there and send a message to the Minister of Police. What do you want to tell him? Please do.
Minister, I'll definitely request to meet with you in person. And you test what I have, and you clean your department. South Africa needs police, not polluted cops. South Africa needs rescue. People are being hijacked daily. People are being robbed. Crime is increasing. There's too much NGOs existing in South Africa that your police and intelligence and state security is sleeping on. So I suggest you step up and you meet with me, if possible, and talk to me and get what I have. And if you want more evidence and links of international threats to the country, you can talk to me. I think that's the least I could say.
All right. Minister Tele, you've heard for yourself. I hope that you can take that matter very seriously. You're not worried about your safety? What is happening with it? What are you doing currently?
I'm still active with intelligence. I'm now operating as an independent intelligence agent. I've got my own network. And what we've done, we've spread the wings to young generations in communities. I formed a typical political party called African Civil Revolutionary Movement. It's not normal political party. In it, we are talking more about the safety and the borders, safety of the borders of the country. We are talking about intelligence, and if police are failing, I mean, example, look at the military in Cape Town, just waste of time and resources.
Why do you say so?
It confirms that our police are weak. I mean, if you could send military into normal community that needs normal policing, it means your strategics are not proper.
But about 3 weeks ago, I think it was just a week before the military was deployed, the 43 people died in one weekend. Surely there's a crisis of failure by police to clamp down. Do you think it was a good idea to then put the army there? Do you think that's going to reduce that kind of gangsterism there?
Are they not the ones who are busy killing each other? Is it a community?
What do you mean?
Let's look at the purpose of those people being deployed there.
The army?
Yes, the army. Even amongst the police, the general or maybe the commissioner of that specific area will play a role to also prove the incompetence of the military. That you thought we are weak.
Joking.
We thought we are weak. Now here's the military. What are they doing? I mean, it's a joke of the country through the world. If police alone, we have TRT, we have NIU. What are they doing? What is tactical response there? And then you bring in military. What about now we have a civil war in the country? Who are we going to deploy? Foreign military. So it means we must have our own private independent military to defend ourselves in the country.
What can fix the police force? All the things you are mentioning, looks like there's a rot across our police force.
I suggest the
quickly,
minister...
what can fix the police force?
These people must always go for polygraph. They must always be screened. And these people must never be deployed in one specific area for a long time until they become grandfathers. Because instead of them operating, they become boyfriends and girlfriends. They start drinking with the communities. They become comfortable with the communities. They even forgot the mandate of what is a police. You know, I mean, if you talk of Vispol, you're talking about drunkards, talking about people who dance in the public. That's why they're always disarmed by public. Where, like, just look at the example of that cop in Durban. He was so relaxed with that weight of his. He must go and exercise and lose weight. They must be fit and be flexible enough that they can fight with the criminals. You know, self-defense. They don't have that. So I think the South African Police Service must improve its socks by wiping and cleaning all the rotten potatoes. If the minister doesn't know who are those rotten potatoes, we will expose them.
You have 600 cases
I've got 600
that involve
cases,
police. This
100%.
is outside the ones who have been found guilty already. These are fresh cases of rotten
in there.
potatoes in the police.
Sitting in their files, they keep saying, this boy, hey, all I'm saying,
my goodness,
I'm no longer scared. I've learned, no, I'm no longer afraid. Whoever comes forward must come forward.
All right. Teenage Kumbe, we wish you well. Do keep us informed about whether the minister is going to respond to your call. We will send him the recording of this interview so he can see for himself in case he missed the show, right? And then we will also send whatever correspondence we can to him. But do keep us informed and be safe, please.
No, thank you very much, sir. Right. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Teenage Kumbe there, who has been an operative within the crime intelligence, telling us horrific stories about men and women who are supposed to guard us, who are supposed to protect us. It's simply unbelievable stuff coming out of this interview. After the news and after the break, we talk about unemployment figures. 29% unemployment figures ravaging the country. Stay tuned.
Thank you very much, sir.